Holland 3 England 0, Lionesses crash out of Euros as goals from Vivianne Miedema. Tea and cake with Queen is on hold. Again. England cracked, smothered by the superiority of host nation Holland in this straightforward semi-final. It was made easy for them to win. England were dumped out of the Euros as the Netherlands eased to a 2-0 victory. Danielle van de Donk netted the Netherlands second to see them through. They were beaten by the better side and there can be no complaints from Mark Sampson and his players. England's journey, a journey they were convinced would take them through to the Euro 2017 final, is at a depressing, familiar end. They are on their way home after failing to show what they are really capable of on a big match night. Sampson, the head coach, has to take responsibility for that. The best equipped sides find a way through tournament fatigue and tournament conditions. Nights like this, when an international side is 1-0 down and wondering where on earth they can fashion an equalizer against a tidy Dutch side, demand it. Instead they lacked composure, the sharpness that saw them home against France last Sunday. Vivianne Miedema scored the opener for the Netherlands against England. Holland celebrate after sealing their qualification to the Euro 2017 final. Then they were first to everything. Here they came off a very distant second best. Whatever it was, the occasion or the opposition or a combination of both, they could not cope. Sampson's game plan, containment not entertainment, left England well short in other areas of the pitch. They were easily ruffled, short on concentration and too quick to clear their lines, by this Holland side. The home crowd, the 20,000 Oranges packed into FC 20 Stadium, certainly made a difference. It was an advantage, something England's players never really got to grips with once this game got down to the nitty-gritty. Holland went past England with ease as they booked their place in the final. Stephanie van der Gracht, this towering central defender, was allowed to run the game from the back. She dominated, she dictated, she applied the pressure whenever it took her fancy. The Dutch defender was made to look like a superstar out there. It was an easy night for van der Gracht and for Holland. This was Holland's game, overwhelming England with an abrasive, rugged approach. They scored after 22 minutes, taking the lead when Jackie Groenen was given far too much space out on Holland's right. England should have closed her down quicker, sent Demi Stokes out to meet her before she had chance to bend in the cross for the opener. Instead they held off, allowing Groenen time to pick out Holland's rangy striker Vivianne Miedema to put them in front. Holland will now take on Denmark in the final. England rallied, but they needed more than that. The skills merchants Fran Kirby, Jordan Nobbs and Ellen White were a huge disappointment. They never got going, not in a way that ever suggested England could get back into the game and then go on to win it. Tactical flexibility is all well and good at the highest level, but semi-finals and finals needed match winners. Jodie Taylor, who scored 5 times in the run to the semi-final, went missing. The response to Holland's opening goal was a long-range strike from Lucia Bronze and a header from Jade Moore that hit the post and bar of Sarriwa Venendale's goal. Steph Houghton of England makes a defensive header. They were crying out for more impetus, for the talismanic figure of Tony Duggan to come on and change this game. By the break, the occasion was screaming out for it. Sampson took an age to make the call, waiting for England to grow into the game with the 11 players he picked to start. England, along with their head coach, should have shown more adventure. Captain Steph Houghton, a player with pedigree and class, should have the confidence and license to stride out from the back when she was on the ball. If she is not allowed to step into midfield, she should be. By the time Sampson started making changes, Duggan came on after Holland's second goal. They were out of it. Francesca Kirby attempts to get away from the Holland defense. England were left dejected as they were knocked out of Euro 2017 by Holland. The host nation had just scored, with their No. 10 Danielle van de Donk putting them further in front with a clever finish after 62 minutes. It was all very simple, training ground stuff as Holland took control of the semi-final. They scored a third in the final minute, with the excellent work of Lieke Martens rewarded when her effort was deflected beyond Siobhan Chamberlain. There will be frustration for this group of players, regret that they could not show their true colors and reach the final. If they did, they would have been treated like royalty.